Coordinates: 6 degrees south 147 degrees east, 6 degrees south 147 degrees east, -6. 147 Papua New Guinea. Officially the independent state of Papua New Guinea. At the national level, after being ruled by 3 external powers since 1884, Papua New Guinea established its sovereignty in 1975. This followed nearly 60 years of Australian administration, which started during World War I. It became an independent Commonwealth realm in 1975 with Elizabeth II as its queen. It also became a member of the Commonwealth of Nations in its own right. Papua New Guinea is one of the most culturally diverse countries in the world. As of 2019, it is also the most rural, as only 13.25% of its people live in urban centers. There are 851 known languages in the country, of which 11 now have no known speakers. Most of the population of more than 8 million people live in customary communities, which are as diverse as the languages. The country is one of the world's least explored. Culturally and geographically, it is known to have numerous groups of uncontacted peoples, and researchers believe there are many undiscovered species of plants and animals in the interior. The sovereign state is classified as a developing economy by the International Monetary Fund. Nearly 40% of the population lives a self-sustainable natural lifestyle with no access to global capital. Most of the people live in strong traditional social groups based on farming. Their social lives combine traditional religion with modern practices, including primary education. These societies and clans are explicitly acknowledged by the Papua New Guinea Constitution, which expresses the wish for traditional villages and communities to remain as viable units of Papua New Guinean society, and protects their continuing importance to local and national community life. The nation is an observer state in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations since 1976 and has filed its application for full membership status. It is a full member of the Pacific Community, the Pacific Islands Forum, and the Commonwealth of Nations. The word Papua is derived from an old local term of uncertain origin. New Guinea was the name coined by the Spanish explorer Íñigo Ortiz de Retes. In 1545, he noted the resemblance of the people to those he had earlier seen along the Guinea coast of Africa. Guinea, in its turn, is etymologically derived from the Portuguese word Guiné. The name is one of several toponyms sharing similar etymologies, ultimately meaning land of the blacks, or similar meanings, in reference to the dark skin of the inhabitants. Archaeological evidence indicates that humans first arrived in Papua New Guinea around 42,000 to 45,000 years ago. They were descendants of migrants out of Africa, in one of the early waves of human migration. Agriculture was independently developed in the New Guinea highlands around 7000 BC, making it one of the few areas in the world where people independently domesticated plants. A major migration of Austronesian-speaking peoples to coastal regions of New Guinea took place around 500 BC. This has been correlated with the introduction of pottery, pigs, and certain fishing techniques. In the 18th century, traders brought the sweet potato to New Guinea, where it was adopted and became a staple food. Portuguese traders had obtained it from South America and introduced it to the Moluccas. The far higher crop yields from sweet potato gardens radically transformed traditional agriculture and societies. Sweet potato largely supplanted the previous staple, taro, and resulted in a significant increase in population in the highlands. Although by the late 20th century headhunting and cannibalism had been practically eradicated, in the past they were practiced in many parts of the country as part of rituals related to warfare and taking in enemy spirits or powers. In 1901, on Goribari Island in the Gulf of Papua, missionary Harry Dancy found 10,000 skulls in the island's longhouses, a demonstration of past practices. According to Mariana Torgovnik, writing in 1991, the most fully documented instances of cannibalism as a social institution come from New Guinea, where head hunting and ritual cannibalism survived in certain isolated areas into the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and still leave traces within certain social groups. Little was known in Europe about the island until the 19th century, although Portuguese and Spanish explorers, such as Dom Jorge de Menezes and Íñigo Ortiz de Retes, had encountered it as early as the 16th century. Traders from Southeast Asia had visited New Guinea beginning 5,000 years ago to collect bird of paradise plumes. The country's dual name results from its complex administrative history before independence. In the 19th century, Germany ruled the northern half of the country for some decades, beginning in 1884, as a colony named German New Guinea. In 1914, after the outbreak of World War I, Australian forces captured German New Guinea and occupied it. Thr.